I've been looking up this whole time, and I'm supposed to be looking here. See, this is why they say put your glasses on. Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Happy New Year again to new subscribers. Hello, how you doing? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to join the butterfly gang. And you still have time to enter the giveaway. I extended it to another week for people to enter the giveaway. Let's get into the video. So today we're going to talk about nausea tips and ways to prevent nausea with gastroparesis, or if you have diabetic gastroparesis. My first top tip is Zofran and Ativan. I lean more towards Ativan because it works better for me personally, but when I'm like desperate, like in need right away, I switch to Zofran, because the Zofran that I take, it is dissolvable. So when I put it underneath my tongue, once it gets wet from my saliva, it works in about 10-15 minutes. And for individuals that's in severe nausea state to the point like they're vomiting and they can't take anything by mouth, there is a patch. It is called the scopolamine patch. I will show you guys. You can buy it at the pharmacy, or you can ask your doctor to subscribe it. My doctor subscribes it. You would peel it off and you would just put it in the back of your ear. You change it every 3 days. And two things that my gastroenterologist just recently told me about: there is a nasal spray for nausea, and there is a suppository. So again, if you are in a predicament when you can't take anything by mouth, I would suggest the scopolamine patch, the nasal spray, and the suppository. I am unsure of the names of the two, but I'm pretty sure you can Google it and you can find it. The next tip, we're going to talk about positive energy. You want to surround yourself with positive vibes, positive people, positive everything. People that want the best for you. Okay, you don't want to be around miserable Molly that's always nagging, because that life is energy. Okay, the world is energy. Everything is energy. So yes, surround yourself with positive energy. Next tip, fresh air. Fresh air. Believe it or not, when you walk outside and you just get that whiff and that fresh breath air, it helps. It helps tremendously with nausea. Next tip, I don't even know what number this is, but next tip is the salt trick. So I opened the pack of salt, I put it in my hand, I licked it, and I closed my mouth, and I did a breathing inhale and exhale. So the salt tip, it definitely works, especially if you're out and you accidentally forgot your medicine. I would recommend the salt tip. So again, you put the salt in any kind of salt, you put the salt in your hand, the palm of your hand, and you lick it, you breathe, and then breathe out. You want to do that in combination with the breathing exercise. You can do the breathing exercise by itself, and that's going to be the next tip. The breathing exercise, you release all the air from your lungs. How would you know that? I don't know. My doctor just said release all the air from your lungs. So you just exhale, and then you breathe in, then you breathe out. You breathe in, then you breathe out. I like doing this exercise outside with fresh air. If it's too cold for me to go outside, I will sit next to the window, and I'll do it next to the window because the fresh air is going to come in and out. So next tip, guided imagery. You can come on YouTube and you can type in guided imagery. There's tons and tons of videos on guided imagery. You will want to have a clear mind, a quiet environment, and just listen to the guided imagery. It helps a lot. Trust me, it also helps with depression, anxiety, and just, for overall mental health and well-being. I recommend guided imagery. Next tip. Music makes the people come together. Yeah. Music. Not just any kind of music. Well, your kind of music and my kind of music is different. So whatever music is beneficial to your mental health. Whatever music makes you happy, makes you feel good. Like when you put that one song on, you hear the beat drop and you just feel good. You feel happy. You feel uplifted. You feel liberated. Music. So the music that I listen to gospel. I listen to old school R&B from the 80s, 70s, and 90s. I listen to old school reggae. I listen to soca, country music. I like rock music. So any music that makes you feel good. It's so funny how when you play music and the songs come on back to back to back to back and it matches everything that you're going through within that moment. So yes, music is good. Even if you're not in tune with the whole gospel thing, just listen to a few songs here and there. Another tip is sit up when you are feeling nauseous. You don't want to lay down. Do not lay down. Just avoid it. Even though when you're nauseous, you don't want to do much, or you don't want to do anything at all. Do not lay down. I recommend that you walk around, even if it's just up and down the hallway. I've been looking up this whole time, and I'm supposed to be looking here. See, this is why they say put your glasses on. But yes, walking is beneficial. It's going to help you with your nausea. The last two tips is THC and CBD. So the dissolvable powder that I showed you guys before, I do have my marijuana card, registered in New York City. I would highly recommend the dissolvable powder. It helps with nausea, anxiety, and moods. You can put it in your juice, your smoothie. You can sprinkle it on your food. It has a slight taste. I don't have any experience with CBD, so my go-to is always THC. And the last tip that I suggest or recommend, or however you want to take it, is ice. Icy, not ice cream. You want ice base. Ice. It helps. I don't know why it helps, but it just helps. Again, these are tips that help me when I am nauseous, and I'm sharing with you because, again, this is a trial and error situation. We won't know if it works unless we try it. My tattoo says the only failure is not trying. So I only knew that these things worked for me when I tried it. So the next category, or whatever this is called, is tips to prevent nausea. We don't want to be nauseous. Being nauseous, that feeling is just oh my god, it's something that I can't even describe. It's just a feeling that no one should ever experience. Yeah, it's just not good. So after you had a meal, you do not want to lay down after your meal. You will want to sit up for at least 4 to 6 hours after you have eaten. And if you do plan to lay down, I would suggest you lay like on a slant tilt with pillows up behind you to like at least hold you up, because yeah, laying down ain't good. Sleeping, I do not sleep flat. I sleep with pillows behind me. Like, if you are familiar with hospital beds, the way like you're laying in the hospital bed, that is how I sleep. I have not slept flat since 2015, unfortunately, and I cannot sleep flat because when I do sleep flat, I wake up nauseous, and it is not a good feeling. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather sleep this way than waking up nauseous, because when I'm nauseous, I am very cranky. And when I do sleep, I sleep on my left side. Sometimes I do turn to my right, but when I sleep, I try to stay on my left side. So I don't know, I forgot, the nurse told me like if I'm nauseous to sleep on my left side. Next thing, like I said before, you want to avoid negativity, negative vibes, negative aura. Like, you just want to be around good. Even you can sage if you're not feeling too well. Saging, spraying your room with holy water, having crystals to protect you. These things help. Again, it's all about energy. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that, and it helped me. And I just want to help you all. Next tip, heavy meals. Oh Lord. Heavy meals. You don't want to have a heavy meal. Heavy meal, like I would say pastas with heavy creams. You don't want to have like a big old steak or a big pork chop. Anything that has like high fat content, like butters, like things that's heavy in that, you want to avoid it. Eggplant parmesan, rasta pasta. I'm not saying that you can't eat it. You would have to modify it, find an alternative. Next tip, high blood sugars. Oh, you want to avoid high blood sugars because high blood sugars will cause you to be nauseous, and with high blood sugars, it leads to flare-ups. So we don't want to do that. To avoid high blood sugars, you would have to take your insulin, carb count. Okay, I'm still working on that because it's a mental thing. But yeah, it's just a learning experience process every day. Next tip, skipping meals. I know it's hard. Skipping meals can also egg on nausea. It's gonna be hard because sometimes we do tend to skip meals because we don't want a flare. We just don't want it to happen. So even if you eat a piece of toast, a bite of a banana, a piece of cracker, a bite of a piece of something, not want to skip meals. Even a protein shake, it can help you because look, boom, protein shake is cold, it got ice. Yeah, so avoid skipping meals. The last tip is not taking your medicine. The medications that help me throughout the day with my diagnosis, my health overall, is my domperidone. Yes, I still take it to this day. Some medications my doctor discontinued, but the domperidone, my insulin, is my staple. So those are the tips I shared with you to prevent nausea, or what to do when you are nauseous. It's just, who came up with nausea? Like, huh? So those are the tips. Thank you for watching, subscribing. Make sure you like, comment, and enter the giveaway. Yeah, anyway guys, I will check in soon. Happy 2020. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. And thank you for joining my family. Bye.